What's up? It's Gabe, Team RAW, top another regional in Hawaii, 3 for 3. Played Spyral. This deck's really cool, and the Knightmare cards are super ignorant. Yeah, it's pretty unfair. 3 tough, 3 agent. These are the best cards in the deck. All the one-ofs that you have to play, they're good. They do their jobs. Drawing them's not terrible. I drew this a lot, but it was fine. Then the dragon cards that you send off Ravine. I drew this a couple of times, which kind of sucked without Ravine, but drawing either one of these cards with the Ravine is just game. Full combo. And then drawing Destrudo is good because you can just Black Rose your opponent, which is always cool. And then this card, you have to play it as part of the combos, but I drew it way more than I was supposed to. But it was still fine. And then, hand traps, the two best ones of the format. So really good. I drew these cards a lot, which is also nice. Spells, 3 terraformings, so you need to see your field spells. 2 ravines to send your guys. You can like discard pieces, like the missions that you search off of Master Plan, so get more value, and then the 1 resort, because you only can play 1. Then 1 big red, 1 assault. I only ever really wanted 1. There were a couple times where a second one would have been cool, I guess, but I'd rather had the consistency than adding another brick to my deck, because you can only use 1 per turn. Then I just played 2 goods, because you never want to draw multiples, and they worked out great. This card's amazing, and I never really saw 2 together, so I'm glad I didn't play 3. Then all of the broken 1-of spell cards, so Foolish, Rhoda, Upstart, 1 for 1, Reborn, Soul Charge. These cards are crazy. There was a game where I got Droll and Lockbird, and I had opened these 4, so I ended on a field of 4 Knightmare monsters. He couldn't out them, and then I drew 4 cards per turn. It was pretty ridiculous. And last were 2 rescues, because these cards are really good. And then obviously, and then I played 2 impermanents. I borrowed 1 and gave it back. This card actually worked out really well. It was just the 7th and 8th hand trap, and then if I went first, or like I had this on my turn, I was able to just set it, and then against magicians you set it in like one of the zones off to the side, and then you can lock out their scale effects, which happened. It was really good. Extra deck, played Linky Boy. I was on the fence about this card, but it was really good for me today, so I'm glad I played it. 2 Helix. I honestly thought about just playing 1, but the second one came up enough times to where I'm glad I had it. I would never play 3 though, because 3 would never come up. And Underclock. It's good. It's good arrows. I never used its effect at all. I just used it for like a Link Summon or like laddering up through the combos. Then 1 of each Knightmare. These cards are all crazy. They just don't let your opponent play the game. So that's pretty cool. So they just give you so much advantage, and they out-problem cards. Then Trigate is part of your ending board, so you negate anything. Firewall while you're laddering, and then sometimes you can use its effect and add 3 monsters from your graveyard back to your hand so you can keep playing. Borreload, outs other Borreloads. I actually never summoned it, but I'm still glad it was there. Then Ancient Fairy Black Rose. I was also on the fence about this, but I'm glad I ended up playing it because I Black Rosed a couple of people. There was a game where I had to literally special an agent, normal an Ash, because I had 3 in my hand, play Spyral Assault, and then Black Rose it so I could summon a monster from my graveyard or from my hand. It was crazy, but it worked out. Side deck, Electromite for cherries. It's the only cherry target I played. It's the only one I ever wanted to play. I never drew this. It didn't really matter. 2 Kaijus. Didn't draw these either, so they didn't really matter either, but it's whatever. Regeki, board wipes are neat. 2 evenly matched. I also didn't draw this, but in theory it's really good. I just watched somebody get absolutely destroyed by this, so that was cool. 3 red reboot. This card's retarded. I won a game against Trickstar because I red rebooted his reincarnation and then Black Rose and he had like 5 set cards and just couldn't play. And then I like another game where like where I drew the 4 cards for turn, and then I just red rebooted his reincarnation and killed him because he couldn't do anything. And the last cards were barrier. Drew this once. Didn't really matter because the rest of my hand sucked. And then shout out to my friend Scott, who hooked me up with this so I can rep the team. So I guess shout out Team RAW always, because they're my sponsor. They allow me to go to events. They stuck me on a plane so I could show the local Hawaiian kids how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I'm kidding. But yeah, great sponsor, great support. My teammates are crazy. Shout out Kurt Travis, X Dance Gambit Dance, X a lot like birds, X Eternity Forever. And funny story with these, have to include these. We call these Yi and Ha. These were taken at a gas station somewhere in Indiana on the way to a regional, but these were taken about an hour apart, and neither of them had knowledge that the other picture existed, but they chose the same hat and the same stance at the same gas station in Indiana. And it's crazy. And then shout out my friend who hooked me up with these pictures so I could use them, and with the power of Yi and Ha on my side, I was always topping this. But shout out to Cavello, who let me borrow Impermanence. Shout out to Cody Manabe, who let me borrow some extra deck monsters. Shout out John Larson, who let me borrow foil these guys because mine were rare and gross. Shout out Tim Kent for talking to me with the deck. Shout out Justin Singh for making that combo video, which was retarded. I did that to a couple of people and it's just not fair. That's probably it. If I forgot you, it's because I don't care about you. Also shout out myself because it's my birthday and we're always topping regionals on your birthday.